Hey guys, Frizzy Brony here, back for another blind reaction to an episode. This one is... I have no idea where it's going to go. It's called Campfire Tales, so obviously it's going to involve a campfire. If it's anything like last time, it's probably going to be Applejack, Twilight, Rarity, and the Cutie Mark Crusaders, possibly a Rainbow Dash because Scootaloo will need to be there. There's going to be a Rusty Horseshoe involved, pretty much the exact same as the last time they went camping. But no, honestly, jokes aside, I have no idea what's going to happen in this episode. I'm quite excited for it. It seems like it's going to be a good one. It can't be as bad as last week's because, whoo boy, what they did to the changelings just wasn't good. But I'm not going to get hung up on that. As always, it's going to be in that corner. We're going to be reacting to it. You're going to be joining me on this absolute roller coaster of a ride. So I've got it all queued up, ready to go. 3, 2, 1, play. The apple's already there. Hey girl, help out. Get your butt over here.
Tents are looking good.
So yeah, Applejack and Rarity. And I'm going to guess that's Rainbow Dash on the end.
We should do the annual Big Sister, Little Sister camping trip every weekend.
Then it wouldn't be annual. And if we did it every weekend, it probably
So
wouldn't
yeah,
be as special.
pretty much right. Rarity's going to be in it. Although she hasn't got that sort of mansion tent she had last time.
First time we came here and Rarity had that ginormous tent. I heard that.
Okay.
I've got much better.
Okay, I like that. They're continuity. They're actually referencing the past seasons.
3 suitcases. I know what you're
So yeah,
thinking.
Rainbow Dash is going to be the third
I
one
only
then.
brought the essentials.
Like those light thingies?
Of course.
So
She's
what?
right.
Ooh.
Gotta make it beautiful.
Wow. So that gives us a frame of reference. If this is an annual camping trip,
Berries look good enough to eat.
then whenever the last episode where this happened was,
According to my
this is a year from then.
really poisonous.
So everything that's happened between those two episodes is a year. We now have a timeline. And she's still skittish.
I stepped on something, and I saw that creepy cave. I guess I still get a little bit scared out here,
Bless.
even after the last camping trip.
Don't worry, kid.
So this is going to be full of references.
Sister this time.
She's officially been adopted. Rainbow Dash's parents officially adopted her.
This is gonna be the best big sister / little sister camping
This is
trip
all happening in
ever.
a year. I can't believe that. Oh damn. This ain't gonna be no picnic. It ain't no walk in the park. They're gonna learn the ins and outs of camping. Again. So I like the fact they've made a lot of references to the last episodes. I didn't know that was actually going to happen, so I'm glad they've kept that continuity. I keep saying that, but it's just something that you don't see much. This show is probably one of the best for doing that, actually, just going back and referencing itself, which is good. Although now, as long as they don't bring back Paris sprites, we're golden. You see, right there, Rarity seemed more proactive than Applejack did.
Gliders! Everybody run for cover! Don't get stuck in their web!
So what were they called? Flyders?
Follow me, everybody. Not the scary cave.
Oh, right there was like Scootaloo with
Those terrible bugs come from.
leprosy.
Why
Let's
did
go
they
with that.
destroy our camp? Ugh.
Gliders are from the Luna Bay area. Never seen them this far
Luna
east,
Bay.
though.
Please show that in a future episode.
Best wait here until they're gone.
Oh, apple rot. What are we supposed to do now?
Language.
We had games to play and marshmallows to roast at camp. And here we got nothing. That's not entirely true. We have each other.
Time for the stories to begin.
And if you girls want to, maybe we could tell some stories to pass the time.
Like the Rusty
You want
Horseshoe.
stories? I've got a ton of stories. Spoiler alert, they're all about me and how awesome I am. I was thinking
Take a
more
drink.
like campfire stories.
But we don't even have a campfire.
I I got this.
I'm not sure whether that's gone from like
Wow.
a joke.
Brave.
Oh
It was no
Jesus!
We aren't gonna tell scary stories.
I don't know if it's gone from a joke that the fandom made, that the show writers now picking up on, or just Rainbow Dash's dialogue could just be replaced with "I'm awesome, 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 I'm awesome, awesome,"
You mean Rock?
and just all the way through it.
That one. He was so strong, and when he Apple Bloom.
No spoilers.
Yet. Oh, okay. But it's so good.
Well, it's true. Rockhoof was known far and wide for his incredible strength. But he didn't start out that way.
Hercules.
You see, Rockhoof was a tiny little fella, the son of a farmer.
Just like us.
Telling a story.
They
Shut
lived
up.
in a village that sat at the foot of a gigantic volcano.
But it's always on fire.
And the village was protected by an elite group of guard ponies called the Mighty Helm.
That reminds me, a new series of How to Train Your Dragon started. I need to catch up on those.
Rockhoof wanted nothing more than to be part of the Mighty Helm.
He's a hiccup! Yay! Ah, come on, Dad. Ah,
He
jeez.
was told that he was too scrawny and weak to protect the village.
Toothless! Technically, Equestria could actually have How to Train Your Dragon, so...
But Rockhoof wouldn't take no for an answer.
Also, now we have where the,
Fateful day,
mascots of Brony Scott came from. Oh, I was hoping they'd kept it with that voice.
the molten lava poured down the side of
That
the
would have
volcano.
been perfect.
And try as they might, the Mighty Helm couldn't figure out a way to save the village. They had to evacuate. But the village ponies didn't want to.
Alright, Trader Johan, don't leave without me.
They spent their entire lives there. They had nowhere else to go.
This is Burke. All these references are going to come out. If you get them, you're awesome, but...
Decided to do something crazy.
Right now I'm on a How to Train Your Dragon kick, and this is just giving way too many vibes, so...
He thought if he could divert the flow of the lava, he might be able to save his village. He
This has
started
actually been
digging-
done in an episode of that show.
Wait a minute. All by himself?
It'd be impossible for one pony to dig a trench fast enough to stop the lava. I mean, even I couldn't do that.
Good thing Rockhoof didn't believe in the word impossible.
I like those reactions. Apple Bloom is basically most of us when a new movie or new episode comes out and we're like, no spoilers. Then we see something that's fan service, we're like...
Something magical happened.
I have the power!
Visibly stronger. But the lava was getting closer.
He just got older. Yay! That's just gonna create new landmass. Yay! Stoic, stoic, stoic.
Extraordinary determination and sheer force of will, Rockhoof more than earned his place in the Mighty Helm.
Admittedly, I am liking this legend. Because all legends are based on the kernel of truth.
Good story, Apple.
Therefore, that's probably somewhat true.
I love that story no matter how many times I hear it. Why don't we see if
Now we're going to tell the story of how Rockhoof tamed the Flatmere.
There is no camp to go back to.
They've eaten the fabric. Don't know where the Z came from there. For some reason,
All our hard work is ruined.
photo finish came out of nowhere.
There, Sweetie Belle.
I'm going to tell you a story now.
Oh, our camp was so pretty and this cave is so... not.
Family.
Oh, no,
She's
not
growing
true.
into the
There's beauty in
fashionista.
everything. Even these blah rocks aren't really
Blah.
blah. If you look closely, you can see flecks of gold in them. And the way the firelight...
Capitalize.
Whoa, shadow and light. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Sweetie Belle, have I ever
There's
told
rarity
you
there
about
for
my favorite legend?
Tiny Dancer Twilight.
Oh, I didn't know you had one. Her name was Mistmane.
Mistmane? Isn't she the old wrinkly sorceress with the flower?
Yes, but did you know she used to be the most beautiful unicorn in all the land?
She only grew to be ugly.
So what happened to her? Well, Mistmane was a very promising young sorceress. She was
Another era of history.
because she was beautiful and kind. Every pony loved her and missed her.
Wait, she's got a flowing mane, but she's not Alicorn. Now for Japan PonyCon.
While she was gone, she was delighted to find out
I'm liking
that
the
her best friend,
regional variants,
Sable
though. They are
Spirit,
quite
was
cool.
crowned Empress.
Especially
She
the ears.
was
The
going
really
to
pointy
return
ear
home
style
to
is
finish
quite
her
cool.
studies. But once she arrived, she was devastated by what she saw.
Out of business. Also, I'm loving the music direction in this episode.
The Empress happened. She makes every pony work day and night on her
Even
pals.
just the little
We don't have
incidental
time to
bits
take
are
care of
very
anything
nice
else.
and atmospheric.
That can't be. I know her. She would never do this.
The regional
There
instruments
was
make
no
it good.
denying what was in front of her.
Ooh.
Sable Spirit took
Trixie.
everything that was beautiful away from
Well, it's not
any
Trixie,
pony
but-
else. And Mistmane
Wouldn't
was
actually be
sure
surprised
there
if it was
had
like
to
her
be
ancestor or
some
something.
Explanation.
I'd assume there was
Apart from
too. If
distrusting
some pony
wheels.
told me either one of you two'd gone evil.
Yeah, I'd never believe it.
I don't know. I've seen the way you two get when you miss breakfast.
We've seen alternate rarity.
But I'd want answers too.
So did Mistmane. She went to confront
Actually, yeah,
her
only
friend.
rarity, really.
Sable, is that you?
Don't tell me you don't recognize your old friend.
Loving the
I
outfit.
don't. My friend would never work our families and friends to the bone for something as silly as a palace.
Silly? My palace is a beacon of beauty. Any pony who passes will be in awe.
They really
of
outdid
its
themselves with the art direction on
What
this,
good is
mixing
a
in
pretty
traditional art
palace if it
styles
just
as well
hides
as
the misery of its
the traditional
ponies?
pony style.
Beauty is everything. You taught me that.
What?
You were always the pretty one. You got to go to the best magic
Oh,
school.
Darth Vader.
Every pony missed you. Every pony loved you. I admit I was
Or the mother of
jealous.
Sombra.
So I tried to perform a spell that would make me beautiful.
Ooh.
You can see how that went.
Ah.
I vowed if I
You're
didn't
ghastly.
have beauty, I would take
Actually,
it.
Sombra might be
I wasn't
from
chosen to be empress,
this
you know.
ancestry. I mean, the
I
horns are
took
pretty
it.
much the same.
Just like I'm going to take everything else.
I can't let you do that.
It's time to duel! It is Sombra's ancestors. I'm still thinking there's some alicorn thing to it because of the flowing mane. We have never seen anything like that apart from the alicorns and when Twilight had their power. So, I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon versus your Red Eyes Black Dragon. And other references. Attack your life points directly. Nope.
He thought Sable Spirit was defeated, and that was that. But Mistmane knew there was more she could do to help.
And so she grew into the Tree of Harmony.
Beauty isn't everything, but Mistmane knew that it does have the power to make ponies smile. She made a huge sacrifice to bring that smile back to her friends' and family's faces,
Decent story.
including Sable
Decent
Spirit.
payoff. Doesn't change what you did though. You're still gonna get
This for me,
lynched.
even after I was so cruel.
Sable Spirit was so touched that she vowed to be more like her friend in the ways that mattered.
Turns out Scootaloo was related to Sombra.
She ruled with kindness and compassion.
No, nothing comes to it. She should be lynched right there and then. Friendship might be magic, but dictatorship is never allowed.
Even though she gave away her physical beauty, she dedicated her life to spreading beauty all over Equestria.
So she's literally
Time
just
to go
giving
out
her
of your
life
way to brighten
force.
some pony's day by doing something like giving them flowers. You're following in the hoofsteps of Mistmane.
Cool story,
I
bro.
think she's my favorite legend, too.
Actually, that was a decent story. This episode is... Oh, Scootaloo.
What do they want from us now?
Well, like it or not, we're fruit too.
And I've got the bites to prove it. What are we gonna do? We're almost here!
We're all gonna die!
What?
Can't wait to see Rainbow Dash's story now.
And we can't get out!
Turns out she was claustrophobic and now has a panic attack.
Let's all just stay calm. Let me relight this fire.
Really am loving the historical backgrounds we're getting. We've now seen Norse ponies and Asian ponies. In the past we've actually seen the Indian variant, so that's pretty cool. We're getting a lot of world expansion.
Focusing on the wrong things.
It's quite cool.
Close.
And I'm hoping we do get some context of like them with the
Let me guess.
flowing mane.
It's about
I know it's a legend, but still.
Practically. It's about my favorite legend, Flash Magnus.
Love the
The
name.
pony who took on the
Woof.
dragons?
It's gonna be the Flash Heart of Equestria.
These were definitely the big, scary, mean kind.
Oh, Flash Heart.
But not too scary. You
Which
can sit
would
closer
be a
to
decent
the
name for a
door.
pony anyway. Aww.
Long time ago,
In
before
a
the
magical
Wonder
land of
Woman
Equip.
was founded,
Of course you've
Flash
got about
Magnus was
that.
a lowly cadet in the Royal Legion.
Romans! Hail Caesar!
And the Legion needed to fly over the Dragonlands to get to their comrades on the other side. And
Rip
as
off
they got
18
closer to
music?
The dragons attacked! You I said,
I'll bite your foot off, kid.
hang in there. I promise you'll like the ending.
Oh, bless. She's
like I
so
was saying,
skittish.
Flash Magnus and the Royal Legion tried to get past the dragons. But the
Hey!
dragons wouldn't let them.
I forget his name.
Every pony, retreat!
I'm gonna consider it canon now. The previous chief of the dragons was there during the Roman time. Age would actually check out
Dragons captured his friends
if dragons
and
do
took them
live
to their lair.
like hundreds and thousands of years. Hundreds and thousands, not hundreds of thousands. It would have been cool though if the green dragon was actually the red one from like season 1 that Fluttershy tells
We
off.
need to save our captured comrades.
That'd be pretty cool
I
if they
appreciate
brought him
your
back.
loyalty, Flash Magnus, but getting past those dragons is going to be impossible.
That
Nothing
voice.
will work.
I've heard it somewhere. I can't remember who it
What's
is.
that? You can't outfight dragons.
But you can
Where have I
outthink them.
heard that voice before? The credits will tell me everything I need to know.
Commander Ironhead, I'm pretty sure I can outfly the dragons. If I can lure them into chasing me, you can all sneak into
I like
the
the
lair
helmets,
and
though.
retrieve our
Very
friends
cool
before they get
designs.
back.
Are you really willing to take that chance, soldier?
Given this episode and the different outfits we've seen, I am really looking forward to future conventions and cosplays.
You'll need all the help you can get.
Take this bronze shield.
Titus? The fireproof shield?
It has protected Legion heroes for generations, and today,
It is made of the finest bronze.
for Titus to protect. Good luck, soldier.
We don't expect you to return. If you perish, at least the shield will stay intact.
Hey! Come and get me, fire breath! If you can! Hey! Hey! Come and get me! Hey, I'm over
I
here!
already don't like him. Eat him. Eat him!
While Flash Magnus bravely flew for his life, Commander Ironhead
I
was
forget
able
what his
to
name is.
get
I want to say
his
Crump. I don't know why. Go Crump! That's what I will call you from now on.
Flash Magnus flew like the wind. Faster than the dragon.
Really? Surfing on... Actually, fire surfing sounds pretty cool.
But he knew he couldn't do this forever. Luckily, he had a plan.
He had a bolt of inspiration. I was joking about the lightning thing, but... Oh, please don't tell me this is where the etymology of Wonderbolt is going to come from.
He led the dragon straight into a storm that the Legion had planted. One taste of the
Grim.
lightning, and the dragons retreated.
No, fair enough. I was hoping they were going to disappear. It's like, yeah, they just vaporized.
Flash Magnus's plan worked.
Now, the shield might have been fireproof, but no pony said it was lightning proof. Still metal, still conduct electricity.
I did like
He
that
was
ending.
never seen
Oh
again.
yeah, he always inspired me to be my brave and awesome self.
Yeah, I guess he kind of reminds me of you.
You guess?
Hot-headed, brash, reckless. Yeah, just like you.
Hey, did you hear that?
I love that little pouty face.
I don't hear anything.
Exactly. Those gosh darn flighters are gone. We can get out.
Oh, damn. I forgot. Fires need oxygen.
Oh no.
We've only got a
We'll
limited
have to
supply.
see if we can get out the other way.
You mean go further into the dark, spooky cave?
Scootaloo.
The dark, dark cave.
remember the
There was a
story.
dark, dark
Gotta
tunnel
be
in the
brave
dark,
like
dark
me and
tunnel.
Flash
There was a
Magnus,
dark, dark
okay?
Something else. I can't remember that one from Funny Bones. Jeez, how old is Funny Bones?
I
I
hear
remember
water.
the books
And if there's
and the
flowing water,
TV
then
series.
Might lead to the way out.
Oh. Okay. On 3,
Oh no, the bugs are there!
2, 3.
Just get carried away. Oh, ooh, wet
Oh,
mane.
no. We found ourselves a shortcut to Winsome Falls.
All of them are adorable when they've got
So
damp manes.
beautiful. Well, almost.
So what's the difference between this place and Rainbow Falls was an actual Rainbow Fall?
Are you kidding? This trip is
Still pretty awesome.
It is? We got to hear legendary stories and go on an adventure.
Wait, you three want to stay?
Of course we do.
We're like the Goonies!
Turn those trees into a nice little shelter. We can get you some big logs and branches to help build it. And I bet we can find some more
Beautiful!
berries.
Let's
Come
cut
on.
the things down!
I can't wait to see what happens next year.
I love that Rarity and Applejack just are like, okay, if you say so. Right. I had missed it there. I will have to go back and rewatch to find out who played Commander Ironhead, was it? Not sure. Either way, that was an episode. A decent episode. Better than last week's anyway. I'm glad that it's picked up. But, gonna go again, rewatch it without talking and being a wise ass over it. Come back with all my thoughts, and then we'll have a talk, okay? Okay, well, I've just rewatched the episode, and I've got to say, definitely compared to last week's, it is a huge step up, and I am so happy for that. First off, just as a camp episode, it was nice. It wasn't over the top, and everyone who's been camping has had to deal with bugs and can relate to having swarms of things biting. But that's beside the point. I love the continuity. I mentioned it a ton, but just the fact they've referenced the previous campsite episode and given a chronological time frame of that is now a year in equestrian time after that first episode. Whether or not the whole show has gone in order since then, or whether it's been all over the place, that's up for debate. But I'm seeing it now as they're saying it's been a year since that last episode, whichever season that was, and everything since then has happened in that time frame, which is a lot. That's like a problem a day, or 3 a week. Now, in terms of what happened in the episode, I love the stories, I love all the new characters, and the world building, because Equestria obviously has legends. Although you've really got to consider how far back you're going to go with those legends, given the fact that you have 2 princesses who are over 1,000 who could probably verify or deny any of those things that have happened. But I'm looking way too much into it now. The fact that we've now seen Norse ponies, Asian ponies, and even Roman ponies is quite cool. It goes against everything with like the founding of Equestria that we've seen in the Heartswarming Eve episode, because that pretty much showed them to be Romanesque. But now we've got a concrete, solidified legend based in that time. The art department and the music of it, once again, was spectacular. Especially on the segment of Rarity's story with Miss Main, or I forget her name. I really loved the art direction because they incorporated, as I said, all of the sort of Asian art into Equestria style or into the MLP style, like getting the blossom trees with the actual branches. Very nice, and the ethnic instruments they used, absolutely breathtaking. As for the episode as a whole, self-contained, it started nicely, it ended nicely, and I'm hoping now, given last week's episode with the changelings, these are all going to be part of a sort of, they're happening in the same time, just in different locations. Like, while Spike was arranging his day with Ember, and the other one, Rarity, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash were off doing their thing. At least that's what I'd like to say, although I'm already forgetting whether or not any of them popped up in the last episode. I really just don't want to remember it. But all joking aside, great episode, loved it. We're going back up again, and I can't wait for next week's episode. I think I might be getting my wish. I think I might be getting... When I said I'm hoping that we had a separate episode, which was just the changelings, I've seen a sneak peek of the title, and it's To Change a Changeling. Cha-change. But no. To Change a Changeling sounds like it's going to take place in the Changeling Kingdom, and given the fact that we heard about this rogue faction of changelings that didn't want to change their old ways, I'm hoping we're going to get to see that, and I'm wondering if it's going to be a friendship problem and who they're going to send to deal with it. Probably Starlight, because she is now to the changelings what Spike is to the Crystal Empire. But it'll be nice to see Starlight getting a little bit more attention, a little bit more building upon her. Oh yeah, now you're just trying to help out a society rather than enslaving it, because they've just come out of enslavement, so now you've got to help them with the opposite of what you've done and what you're learning. It's all over the place. And if they do go with the continuity of having that episode once again being Starlight with Ember helping Thorax, then I will completely take back everything I say about last week's episode and say, wow, they actually did a somewhat two-parter without doing it one after the other and actually had a little bit of time in between to build upon, which is pretty awesome. But that's for next week. This episode, absolutely brilliant. Loved it. Campfire Tales, definitely a win. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if there's anything you noticed that I didn't, as always, leave it in the comments below, because I can go theories abound now on Sombra being of Oriental descent based just on the shape of their horns and all that sort of stuff. So I'm curious as to what you think about all of that as well, what I said down below. Catch you guys in the next episode, but until then, have a safe one. Bye-bye.